They called it a ceasefire. But what you're not being told is that this peace agreement is actually a ticking time bomb that could trigger World War III within the next 14 days. On April 7th, President Trump proudly announced a 2-week ceasefire with Iran. The media celebrated, stock market surged, but here's what they didn't tell you. This ceasefire explicitly excludes Lebanon, where Israel is conducting its largest military operation since September 2024. On the very first day of the ceasefire, Israel struck over 100 sites across Lebanon, including central Beirut. More than 1,700 people have already been killed in Lebanon by early April, but apparently their lives don't count in this peace agreement. The ceasefire was supposed to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, where 20% of the world's oil passes daily. But as of April 9th, there was no sign that Iran was actually lifting its blockade. Shipping companies are still refusing to transit the strait because Iran hasn't provided any plan for safe passage. They're still in complete control, and they're using it as leverage. Here's what's really at stake: Iran's nuclear program. Israel struck Iran's 2 largest petrochemical facilities last week, which account for 85% of Iran's petrochemical exports. These facilities also produce explosives for ballistic missiles. Iran is demanding the right to enrich uranium as part of any permanent agreement. Israel and the US are refusing. This was the main sticking point before the war, and it remains the main sticking point now. This isn't just a conflict between Iran and Israel. Iranian allied groups in Iraq hit a diplomatic support center at Baghdad International Airport during the ceasefire. The Houthis have launched multiple attacks from Yemen. Hezbollah continues to fire rockets into northern Israel. Iran, Hezbollah, and the Houthis appear to be coordinating attacks to maximize psychological impact, while Iran's ability to conduct large-scale attacks remains limited. This 2-week ceasefire expires on April 24th. Pakistan is trying to mediate talks, but Iran has already rejected one proposal and submitted its own 10-point maximalist demands. Iran's parliamentary speaker has already accused the United States of violating the ceasefire on 3 counts: continued Israeli attacks on Lebanon, a drone entering Iranian airspace, and denying Iran's right to enrich uranium. The truth is, this ceasefire was never meant to last. It's a strategic pause for both sides to reposition and reload. When it expires on April 24th, we'll likely see the most intense phase of this conflict yet. The question isn't whether this ceasefire will hold. It's whether you're prepared for what comes next. Because when the Strait of Hormuz closes permanently and missiles start flying across the region, the economic shockwaves will hit every country on Earth. This isn't just their war anymore. It's about to become everyone's problem.